Dear people of God, welcome to the Lenten Meditation series of Church of South India Synod on the theme Journey of Transformation from Ashes to Resurrection. Today is the 12th day and we meditate on the theme The Power of Lament based on Psalm 77 verses 1 to 12 and Job chapter 3 verses 1 to 10. Life is a journey marked by experiences and transitions. Along this path, nothing remains the same. We encounter countless changes and diverse experiences that teach us valuable lessons and at times transform us. Transformation is a vital part of life's journey, reflecting our growth, adaptability, and resilience. Just as a butterfly undergoes metamorphosis, the changes we face can lead to profound and beautiful transformations. During this Lenten season, as we draw closer to God, let us seek a meaningful transformation from ashes to resurrection by understanding the power of lament. Lament is often misunderstood as mere complaining or an expression of sorrow. However, in the Bible, lament is a profound spiritual discipline. It is a powerful means of bringing our deepest pain, questions, and frustrations before God. As theologian N.T. Wright explains, lament is what happens when people ask why and don't get an answer. It is through this honest questioning and wrestling with God that we are transformed. Let us explore how lament can lead to transformation. Lament transforms us from pain to prayer. Among the many ways to express pain, lament is pivotal. In times of uncertainty, crisis, and struggle, people may dismiss our vulnerability. Yet, when we seek God, God sees, counts, and wipes away every tear. Through lament, we express grief and confusion, but we also make a conscious choice to turn toward God rather than away. This act of faith transforms pain into prayer, bringing comfort and hope. Both the psalmist and Job lament with anguish, but ultimately end in trust and praise. Their examples show that lament is not the end of faith, but a pathway through pain to deeper reliance on God. Through lament, pain becomes a prayer, leading us to renewed hope and trust in God's faithfulness. As C.S. Lewis profoundly stated, pain insists upon being attended to. God whispers to us in our pleasures, but shouts in our pains. It is God's megaphone to rouse a deaf world. Lament transforms us from despair to hope. On our spiritual journey, we often focus on troubles, illness, and suffering, leading to despair. However, during this Lenten season, let us shift our focus. In Job chapter 3, verses 1 to 10, overwhelmed by sorrow, Job curses the day of his birth. Yet, by voicing his pain to God, Job begins a dialogue that ultimately leads to a deeper understanding of God's wisdom and sovereignty. Similarly, in Psalm 77, verses 1 to 12, the psalmist cries out in anguish, questioning God's absence. Will the Lord reject forever? Will God never show favor again? Yet, in lament, the psalmist makes a choice. I will remember the deeds of the Lord. Yes, I will remember your miracles of long ago. Lament does not provide instant answers, but it transforms our pain by bringing it into God's light. It allows us to grieve while also remembering God's goodness, guiding us from despair to renewed hope. As theologian Walter Brueggemann notes, lament is the voice that insists on being heard, refusing to be silenced by denial or despair. Lament transforms us from rejection to cornerstone. Like Job and the psalmist, we often feel rejected, abandoned, and neglected, crying out in lament. Yet, in the darkness of rejection, lament leads us to the cornerstone of our faith. Through Job's and the psalmist's experiences, we learn that lament is not merely an expression of sorrow, but a transformative act, leading us to trust in God's goodness even in suffering. Jesus himself modeled this on the cross, crying out, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Yet, even in lament, Jesus surrendered to God's will. This shows us that the lament can become the foundation of our faith, transforming us from rejection to cornerstone, as stated in Psalm 118, verse 22. The stone the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. In this season of Lent, may God teach us to lament with honesty and faith. May we learn to bring our pain before God, trusting that God is with us in every valley. Just as Christ journeyed from the ashes of suffering to the glory of resurrection, our laments can lead us from brokenness to restoration. As Dietrich Bonhoeffer wrote, the Psalms teach us to lament. Genuine lament allows the believer to express suffering honestly, without fear of offending God. May we embrace lament as a pathway to deeper trust and reliance on God. As we walk this journey from ashes to resurrection, may our faith be strengthened, our hope renewed, and our souls transformed by the power of lament. Amen.